Welcome to Lanmou Tarot. This is a general reading for Leo Sun, Moon, Rising for the first week of September 2019. Thank you so much, Leo, for your support. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. I'm still kind of new. And so trying to spread this message for more people to watch them, to receive the message that perhaps may speak to them and help them in their current situation. And this is the good tarot that we are using today, and we'll use the Hermetic tarot again for clarification if needed. And here we have the 10 of fire and the page of fire that came out for you. Fire, fire, fire for you, Leo. That's good. One more, Spirit. Message guidance for Leo. Message guidance for Leo. Message guidance for Leo. Oh, okay. We have sleepers, and there's two, and we'll take them. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the 4 of air. And here we have 2 9s that came out for you, Leos. We have the 9 of air, and we have the 9 of... Oh, I'm scaring. Let me put them one by one so you can see it. And we have the 9 of water. Okay? And I've been fighting with this lighting all day because the sun is playing hide and seek, and I'm facing this like window here. It's quite large, and this room gets a lot of air. But when the sun's playing hide and seek, I'd rather use a natural light, and I have my my light here as well. So I keep like adjusting the camera, the light, and the sun is doing its thing. So please forgive me. The picture is not as consistent as it should be, or it usually is. But here we go. As long as you can hear me, you can understand this accent, we're good. We'll get the message across, right, Leo? Here we go. So we have here, and I need my little clear sound light. We have the 10 of fire. So you are putting something, a burden down. Like literally, there's really the 10 of wands is the most, like that's it. There's not that much you really can read into it. And when I first started doing reading, I used to I can't remember, in one of those book, they were saying that if you start the reading with the 10 of wands, especially doing a personal reading, that may be that the person, the client, is not ready yet to hear the message. You may want to pause and then start over again. And I can't remember which sign I had to do that the last time. They ended up having 2 readings, okay? Because I did a first reading this card as they were. They're going like, okay, so perhaps they're not ready to hear that message. And then I did a second reading. So I may do that for you, Leo. I'm not feeling this right now yet. I'm not getting the call to do that right now. But for whatever reason, I shared the story with you right now. So there must be something to it, something about it that you needed to know, okay? So this is where we are. We start with the 10 of fire. The 10 of fire in the good tarot, the messages are a bit more positive that comes with this book. But whenever you see the 10 of wands, there's a sense here of needing to either release something that's no longer serving you, right? To letting go of like some heavy responsibilities that have become way too much, way too burdensome. Or here there's a sense of transmuting energy, right? Here it's paper. She's burning those papers, and she's creating almost like a hill around her with those burned out papers. So it's almost like some kind of communication here needed to be burned down to the ground, right? Some way of thinking, some learned behavior needed to just like burn down, like, right? It's like transmuting the energy through fire. That's what I'm getting with this 10 of wands. It's not even so much letting down burdens and responsibilities. It's almost like some kind of dogmas that needed to just go, like that you just needed to get rid of. And I like at the bottom here is a 4 of air. 4 of air is the same as 4 of swords, okay? And it's almost what's facing you. You're trying to get to your peace, okay, to your peace of mind. You're trying to find like your calm. You're trying to find like okay, what does this all mean, right? You need to take a break from all of it. That's what's facing you. And before you can move on to take that break, you feel the need to just kind of like, you know what, this here will no longer do. I already know there's no need for this way of thinking, this communication, these responsibilities right? This got to go. We got to transmute that energy. We have to bring it to another form, right? To transmute it, to transform it, right? There's a sense of transformation happening, right, with the 10 of fire, bringing a situation to what it would work for you. Okay, here is the page of fire movement. The page of fire is also a card of communication, and I kept talking about communication, seeing her burning the paper here, and we have a huge moon behind this young energy here, right? The pages are usually youthful, younger energy. So some of you Leos, you may be on the younger side that this message will resonate with. Okay, so you feel here you're tapping into your own intuition, okay, about what's important to you, about what you want to give your attention to, what you want to give your energy to, and you are going to follow your intuition about it. And even the way you communicate, you're going to do it from a place of from a place that's more personal, and that brings you closer to your own authenticity. Okay, you're not going to be out there doing all of this extraness for people, you know, for the people, for the family, for what's expected of you, or what you were, because that's how you were taught, that's how it's always been. You're going to bring it back to the root, to what's important to me. Who am I? Right? You're going to take that break here, and you're going to follow your intuition. And I feel like you're going to be guided as well during this time as you go through this process. Okay, and here we have on that 10 of Wands, we have the 6 of Pentacles, right? Needing to more balance, right? Needing more balance in a situation. The give and take was completely off kilter here, and that's why you needed to burn this thing down. You need to transmute that energy. You need to put down that burden, because there was an issue here with the balance of it. To the give and take, the give and receiving was not equal, right? Especially when it comes to a material situation here. And then here we have the Empress. So well, you see, before I even saw that, so it had something that's dealing with your abundance here. Okay, there's something that's dealing here with your money, or at the very least with your standing, with your reputation, something that's very dear to you, something that's very valuable to you. Even if it's not money, just maybe for some of you, if you're creative, it may have been just your art, right? Like you were giving. It might have been a job. You were giving. You were overworked. You were overextending yourself to be there for everybody, to be the be all and all for everybody, to be that social butterfly, to help other people in maintaining their own lives, and then you're not giving that much back, and it's something that affected your abundance here. Okay. And yes, some of you may be dealing here with children. It may be a situation here where you're dealing with children, okay? The 6 is, I always see it as kind of like dealing with like family issues. And here you have the daughter of the mighty ones, and you have a page which is younger energy. So it may be also you dealing with your own family, your own way of mothering. You may be bringing that to a more balanced way, instead of like denying yourself everything, thinking giving. That's what's gonna make you a lovely mother, not taking time for yourself, for self-care, and you're gonna kind of like bring things to a more balanced way. That's a message that's coming for some of you as well. Some clarification on the page of fire, Spirit. That was fast. The 6 of Swords. You see? Movement, travel. And I felt that here. And it's guided movement. She's on the go, right? She's on the go here. She's not standing still. And you can see that tiger. Yes, that is a tiger. At the bottom here, at her feet, and she's following the night sky with that beautiful, gorgeous moon. So there is a sense of travel here, of movement, going towards your North Star here, going towards what's important to you, leaving trouble behind, anything that was negative, anything that didn't bring you closer to harmony. You're leaving that behind, okay? And you will communicate it too, because the 6 of Swords is also the card of Mercury in Aquarius. You will be communicating that new sense of truth, your truth what's important to you. Okay, you will be communicating that very clearly as well during this time. And here we have the Seven of Cups. This is the card of illusions, of confusion. So wherever there was confusion, wherever someone was bringing like a sense of, as it says here, illusionary success, right? Like especially for those of you, this is a sense of like a job situation where you are working, thinking like, okay, eventually I'm gonna get my rewards if I prove to them how committed I am to this job, how committed I am to this project, how committed I am as a friend, how committed I am as a partner, how committed I am, you know, and how much I'm willing to give and give and give and give as a family member, as a mother. Eventually I'm going to get my respect. Eventually I'm gonna get my rewards. Eventually I'm gonna get that promotion. Eventually I'm going to get some kind of like affection back, some kind of like something back, right? And I feel like you realize here, this waiting and waiting and waiting is affecting your abundance. This waiting and waiting and waiting may not be what's gonna bring you closer to your abundance. It's not gonna bring you closer to your own power. It's taking away from it. And you realize you have to put this down. You have to burn this whole thing down. You have to transmute it. You have to change things around completely to transform this relationship, to transform this way of relating to people, to just put a stop to that overgiving, to assuming all these responsibilities on your shoulder. And then here you go. You're at the page here. You're willing to start over, to start again. This is someone who's like, the pages sometimes can be like starting new in a career. Yes, it could be youthful energy too, but it's like, I feel here, it's like this is you starting again. And Six of Swords, and communicating clearly about what's important to you. You're not allowing anyone to bring that sense of illusions into your life, to give you all these empty choices, these empty possibilities of like, oh yeah, promotion is in the line for you. Who knows? Might be 5 years, might be 20 years. Ha 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 ha. Like nothing is guaranteed to you, right? And you're just thinking about all these different possibilities, and you're going and going, giving. No, you're moving away from that. You're moving away from any sense of illusions. You're moving away from any confusion. You are going to stay in your found the back again to your stability, your mental stability. Okay, creating a new foundation to take the break, to get your peace of mind so you can see things clearly here. And because look at what we have. This is a nine that, yes, this is season, this is Virgo season, so we have nines flying around everywhere. And this is like that nine of air though is telling me this thing had brought you a lot of anxiety, a lot of sleepless nights. This is something that took a lot out of you. Okay, because if you're not sleeping well and you're anxious, you're in your head all the time about all of this you're dealing with, about the confusion, the illusion, the sense of illusionary success. Like, you know, you think something is within your grasp, but you can never really get to it because it's on purpose, right? Because this is an illusion. So you're not going to be well. How are you going to be well? You cannot be well. When you're dealing with that level of anxiety, it's going to affect your physical health, and it's going to affect your emotional health. It's going to impact every other aspect of your life. Let's get some clarification on that nine of air for you, Leos. Clarification on the nine of air for Leo spirit. Clarification on the nine of air. Okay, Five of Swords, Lord of Defeat. What I tell you, this is like, this is you deciding to literally walk away from that. Okay, Lord of Defeat. Like the Five of Swords is a card of conflict, constant conflict, like people arguing with each other, but there's a sense of immaturity with that conflict. It's almost like people are not coming in good faith, okay, about the fight. Like, it's one thing to fight with someone, you know, they're fighting for what they believe in, you know, they're bringing their best to that fight, you know, they're doing it because they truly believe in it. But it's another to fight with someone who's just in it for aggravation. And that's what I feel here. It's like someone was doing all of this on purpose. They knew all along they're not going to offer you the commitment. They knew all along they're not going to give you the promotion or the raise to match the level of work that you're doing. They know what they're doing because they could change it right now. They could have changed it yesterday. And you keep waiting and hoping and waiting and hoping until finally you take, okay, that's it. That's it. That's the Five of Swords. That's a feeling always with the Five of Swords. In the right away, you see that one guy standing holding 3 swords in the hand, and the other 2, they just drop the sword on the ground and they're walking away. And he has a smirk on his face. It's like an empty victory. Like, why are you smirking? They just walked away. Did you win something? You didn't. They literally is like, this is not even worth it anymore. Some of you, maybe you walking away. It's maybe you going like, this is not even worth it anymore. That anxiety, that level of fighting of anxiety and sleepless night and overthinking this whole situation, walking away. Because someone is holding those three swords, just smirking at you, walking away, still not understanding your value, your worth, and how deeply hurtful this is, the way that they're relating to you. This is, I'm sorry if this is happening to any of you, but this is a message that's coming through here quite loudly and clearly. One more on the Knight of Air for Leo, Spirit. One more on the Knight of Air for Leo. Here we have the Hangman. You see the conflict, the disrespect, the disharmony. It was in someone playing that waiting game with you. Spirit of mighty waters. And also you turning yourself into a sacrificial lamb. Making yourself believe that if I do this, I do this, I do that, I do this, I do this, finally I'll get my fair due. And you just keep going and going and going and going and taking on. More and more and more. Because the hangman is just, it's a sacrifice, okay? It's a sacrifice, but usually you're doing it with a clear understanding as to what is at the other end, what are the rewards to be attained. And usually this card is read as a spiritual card, as in that higher level of awareness, that enlightenment. That's what you're working towards, okay? Look at all these protection symbols that we have here on this hangman card for him, while it's suspended here literally by 1 foot, right? On that branch. But for you, you thought that was gonna bring you something. There was something to get out of this. It was nothing but an illusion. Because you truly were working towards your 9 of Cups. Look at the dreaminess of her. You were all up in your feelings. That's the outcome that you were working towards. Okay? That's the outcome you were working towards. Happiness and abundance. These are diamonds in that chest. Look at all the jewels in that chest. But do you see how her hands are though? Clasped under her chin. She's not pulling. She's not grabbing any of those. Whoa. I think we're going to take all of those, okay? There are 3 cards that jumped out for you. Your one's right here. We have the King of Pentacles. One's right here. We have the Knight of Swords. And we have another one here, and this is the Wheel of Fortune. And let's look what's at the bottom of the deck for you. This is the 10 of Swords. Of course. 10 of Swords, Lord of Ruin. So, the 10 of Swords is also the card of Sun and Gemini. And we have a lot of air cards here. We have the 9, the 6, the 5, the... what's in there? Another one. Oh, we have the Knight of Swords in here as well. And we have the 4 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So we have 4, 5, 6, 9, and the Knight. So there's a lot of air energy here. And we have the 10 of Swords, of course. So for those of you that this is an emotional situation, this is something that you were... that it's not a work situation, or even if it's a work situation, that was your wish fulfillment, right? That was gonna be your ultimate, that's your ultimate goal. That's something that was gonna bring you a lot of happiness, that you were, you know, counting on and banking on. It seems here, this, after all of this, having gone through all of this, right, understanding like you need to put down that burden to get out of this anxiety, to stop on waiting and waiting on this to happen, willing to move on, you know, from it. Like perhaps it's after you move on for it, you will get towards your wish fulfillment. Okay, that's what's gonna bring you closer to where you need to be. The first card that fell out for you is the King of Pentacles, right? This is like you really on top of your game here when it comes to your material abundance, when it comes to your money, finances, career, right? Power and wealth. So this is all the things that you want, that you counting on to happen. That's part of the wish fulfillment. And that's why I'm closing in on that diamonds here, right? The Lord of Prince of the Chariot of Earth. You being able to manipulate the natural forces, the natural resources of this planet of Earth to bring towards you abundance, okay? And here we have the Knight of Swords, and again, air energy, the mind, being able to move fast, to make fast move, but moves that are also grounded from the intellect, right? That are smart move, things that you know will work out for you, will bring out the result, not just sitting and hoping, but taking charge of your life, taking charge of the situation to bring towards you your material happiness for you first of all, and then you can share in the wealth, right? And then here we have the Wheel of Fortune, Lord of the forces of life, the forces of life. These are the things that we cannot control. That is destiny. That is the wheel of time, the wheel of fate. Okay? When it's your time, it is your time. And not before that, not 1 second before that, right? And then this is a 10 also. That drills down to a 1. And on top of that 9 of cups, that's another 10. That goes down to a 1. So, and then we have the 10 of swords at the bottom again. That's also bringing down to a 1. So at the very end of this journey, once you find your peace of mind, once you understand what's happening here in this situation in your life, Leo, whatever it may be, whether it's a career or romantic or whatnot, just a family situation. Once you understand all of that, you understand the little games that was being played, you're going to focus on your happiness, okay? You're going to focus on the things that are important to you, on your wish fulfillment. And there will be some ending that comes because of that. And it will be all for the best, like truly. It will be for the best. And it's almost like the universe now is on your side. It's almost like there's not a moment like later. It's like it's happening right now. It's happening right now. The Knight of Swords is fast moving energy too, okay? And you have the Knight of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. This is your time. This is your time to grab the opportunity. This is your time to start anew. The T is at the top here, okay? This is like a new beginning. It's almost like towards your wish fulfillment, like fate is offering to you. But first, this year gotta get taken care of. First, it requires your understanding of the whole situation, okay? Of what was going on. Yeah, it requires you to really to get out of your feeling, almost to use your brain, your mind, and to really see things for what they are, okay? And this is the Woman's Oracle deck. We have very soon. At the bottom, we have clearly decide what you want so it can come to you. So that's very important here. Clearly decide what you want. That what you want is something that's have the proper equal give and take. What you want is something that's going to bring you abundance. What you want is something that's going to really make you feel like you are deserving, that you are loved, and that you are seen. Okay? And clearly decide that, and not stay in any situation where you don't see those signs for not 1 second. Because, staying and accepting crumbs, staying and accepting a situation where you're not getting your fair due is just telling the universe, give me more of that. You're just telling the universe, I'm okay with this, right? And complaining about it is even saying it out loud. It's putting that energy out there again, more to you. So the best thing you can do for yourself is to literally, like she's doing here, burn the paper down, this communication down. Like, I'm not asking anyone to burn anything. Like, literally, that's a way of thinking, okay? That's like transmutation of energy. You can do that with your mind, okay? You can imagine this whole way of relating to people going down to ashes, and like, this is over for me. That life, that way of taking on more and more and more and more to impress to and hoping for something back. This is in the past, and just make sure that you get out of this phase, out of this way of thinking completely, and then you're gonna receive your fair due. But first, you gotta decide what you want. What is important to you, Leo? Okay? Healing family issues is a card that came out for you. And yes, I did feel here for a lot of you, it's gonna be a family issue. It's gonna be you and your own family, the way you're relating to your family, feeling like you gotta give and give and give. You're that person everyone calls to. You're that person that always says yes. You're that person that always have to show up, that always have to be, showing support. And I feel like for a lot of you, you learned that. It was a learned behavior, right? From your parents, from your grandparents or whatnot. And it's not something, and it hasn't been working for you. It just has not. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So this is a woman's oracle card. So for those of you, this was a love situation. Heal your past, because even leaving this situation that has brought you so much unhappiness and that has overburdened you, if you don't heal the actual root issues of this, then you're just gonna step into almost a similar situation. You're going to start connecting with the next person almost in the same way. Okay, so once you get to that understanding, once you get that mental stability, you understand what this is clearly, and just give yourself the space and the time to heal those learned behavior, where you learned them from, right? This negative way of relating, this whatever it was from your parents, to make you feel like, you know, you don't have to ask for what you want, like you don't deserve the best, or you should just accept this, like whatever it is for you, and then decide on clearly, this is what I want, and focus on those things that you want. Okay, and then move on and hold on to those things that you want, and put that energy out there. Focus on the positive only. Once you heal this energy from the past, focus on what you want, not what you don't want, on what you want. And at the bottom we have boundaries. This is the Work Your Light Oracle deck, okay? It says here, where do you need to establish better boundaries? Like seriously, how more on the nose can that be? Where? In your relationship, at work, family, friends, at church, your community, your kids, everywhere. Because people that have issues with that, to set up proper boundaries, usually it affects every aspect of their life. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? Look, everyone is reaching out to you. Leo, I need you. Leo, do this. Leo, can you come to my party? Can you help me clean the backyard? Leo, 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 I can't do this. I can't work. Can you pick up my shift tomorrow? Leo, 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 Leo. Like visually set boundaries for yourself. Okay, Leo? I know, I'm sorry, I sound preachy here, but this is like, ooh, you've been going through it. And then at the card that came out for you is insert a call. Okay, what is your soul calling you to do? What is your soul calling you to do? And you're gonna get this answer very clearly, Leo. And I feel like for some of you, that has already started for you. Once you get into that Four Swords energy, that meditative mode, do you see the synchronicity of message again? Once you get into that energy here, you're going to hear that answer. What is your soul calling you to do? It's to get in touch with your higher mind, to your higher self, and to do what's right for you. If you're not doing what's right for you, you're not taking care of yourself, there's no way you can be in top shape to give to others. You have to, first relationship is with the divine, okay, with the maker, the creator, that have so much control over our lives, and then to yourselves, and then you can extend out to other people. And I know this message was a little bit tough, but I feel like, Leo, you're on your way out. For those of you that are dealing with this, you are on your way out of it. You're understanding it now, and I'm sending you so much healing energy. If you need more greater clarity to the specifics of your life, contact me for a personal reading, or any reader that you connect with. Really, if you I feel like some of you may benefit from some Reiki healing, especially healing about past situation, okay, karmic situation from our ancestors, and past life cycles and things that are attached to us, negative way of relating and all that stuff. Like I also offer those. Contact me to lanmoutarot at gmail.com, or contact anyone really locally, or any other people that you connect with that you feel like can help you in that way. But the most important thing for you to do right now, Leo, is to really take that little quiet time, that rest time, that meditative time, to that time for yourself to meditate, to really calm your mind, to really start asking those questions, and to be open to receive the answers, so you can start moving away from this. And I'm sending you so much love. Please come back next week for the next set of reading, and like, comment, subscribe if you like my style of reading, or if this message give you some insights. Come back again next week, and as always, remember, love is the only answer. Thank you, Leos. Bye.